Hello and a warm welcome, friends, in today's episode of our weekly magazine series, Youth Folio. We have a long list of stories in queue for you today, both informative and interesting, from across the 8 magical states of the Northeast and from Delhi and other metros. Let's get cracking. Tripura celebrates Kharchi Puja adhering to COVID-19 protocols. Assam reels under wrath of floods. BSF Meghalaya frontier goes extra mile to prevent spread of COVID-19. Tripura state government distributes pineapples and lemons to boost immunity. Delhi University extends application deadline. For the first time in the history of Tripura's age-old Kharchi Puja, the 14 deities of the indigenous Tripuri people did not see the thousands of devotees thronging. Instead, priests of the famous Chaturdas Devta temple at Khayarpur, all wearing masks, took out the deities for the annual ritual bath at the nearby Saidra river, accompanied by the state's police band. The band performed the paying of obeisance. The priest, led by head priest Kolchantai, reinstalled the brass heads of the 14 deities back, performed rituals both inside and outside the temple, and prayed. Kharchi is a 7-day joyous festival with the word Kharchi derived from two Tripuri words, Khar meaning sin and Chi or Si meaning cleansing. Thus Kharchi, as its name suggests, is a festival for cleansing of all sins of the people. This year, however, owing to COVID pandemic, protocol demanded that people desist from gathering in the religious institutions. The priests represented all in prayers for safety, good health, peace and happiness.
7 দিন ব্যাপী এই পূজা চলিবে রাজন প্রথা নিয়ম অনুসারে এই পূজা চলিবে এখানে কোনো 10 বছরের শিশু মন্দিরে আসতে পারবে না এবং 60 বছরের ঊর্ধ্ববৃদ্ধ আসতে পারবে না বলি দেওয়া হবে না আশীর্বাদ দেওয়া হবে না এবং ভোগ দেওয়া হবে না সেই কারণ হচ্ছে বিশ্বে সংসারে রাজ্যে রাজ্যে যে করোনার ভাইরাস হয়েছে সেই জন্যই এই প্রশাসনের নিয়ম বিধি মেনে চললে সবাই মনে ভালো হবে আমরা সুখে থাকুন শান্তি থাকুন পবিত্র থাকুন সেটাই আমার আশীর্বাদ
Assam is reeling under a disastrous flood situation with over 16 lakh people in 22 districts of the state affected. A trip around the district shows water and water everywhere. Villages, towns and cities all have been affected. Apart from human beings, animals living in sanctuaries of the state too are at risk due to flooding of their habitats. Like people, animals too can be seen often walking their ways to higher areas around Kaziranga and other sanctuaries of the state. Adding to the risk of being drowned is the risk of being electrocuted as water is entering electricity points as well. The COVID pandemic situation has compounded the problems as reaching out to the affected people is very difficult. Nonetheless, the state administration, the National Disaster Management Authority, as well as the Assam State Disaster Management Authority are all engaged in rescue works. Over 13,000 people were given temporary shelter in over 170 relief camps till the time of filing the story. The heavy rains in the state were further adding to the woes of the people. Human lives, property, cattle, crops, infrastructure, vehicles of people all have suffered heavy casualties and damage from the floods.
कल रात से हम देख रहे हैं लगभग घंटे में 1 इंच बारिश का पानी से बाढ़ बढ़ते जा रहा है और बहुत परिस्थिति खराब है लोगों का। रेस्क्यू टीम अभी थोड़ा देर पहले आके अंदर गई है लोगों को लाने के लिए, बाकी बहुत लोग फंसे हुए हैं अंदर अभी भी।
The Meghalaya frontier of BSF, which saw 14 of its personnel testing corona positive, increased its preventive measures at its headquarters with hand washing, sanitizing of hands, foot and whole body, temperature checks and supplies of protective gear including masks, visors, etc. Vehicles both small and big are being sanitized down to the insides of the wheels. This apart, regular rapid antigen tests and COVID-19 RT-PCR tests are being conducted for the BSF personnel to ensure that no infected person spreads the virus. Fortunately, 7 out of the 14 positive cases from among the BSF Meghalaya frontier had recovered by the time of filing this report, and others were being treated at the CAPF hospital. The frontier has 25 quarantine centers. The BSF personnel and public at large were told not to fear the virus but take preventions not to contact the same.
Detected when they reported their home district by their respective districts headquarters, and they were kept in quarantine center in their state. Remaining 12, out of these 12, 10 were detected by Guwahati administration. Their sample were collected at airport or railway station Guwahati. Then they informed us that their results are positive. Then we again carried out their tests and put them in isolation centers. And out of them, most of them have already recovered, as I have told you. 2 cases which developed some symptoms here, some complaint. We on suspect carried out their test and it proved positive. They are under observation in isolation center, and their their samples have been sent to negatives for further verifications.
Nothing to worry. This is just a disease. It is not something enemy who is going to fight with us. We have already battled with different enemies, and this is just a small virus. We have to take precautions, not to worry. Be happy, enjoy your life.
A flower-bedecked cart full of vitamin C enriched fruits like pineapples and lemons was inaugurated recently by Chief Minister of Tripura Biplab Kumar Dev. Under this Mukhyamantri Corona Pratirodh Abhiyan, pineapple slices and juices of both pineapples and lemons will be distributed in Tripura free of cost every Saturday among the populace to boost vitamin C and thus increase immunity among people of the state, to strengthen them to ward off COVID-19 and other ailments. The state government has allocated ₹1 crore for the scheme. The distribution will serve dual purpose of improving health of the people and also fruitfully utilizing the stocks of pineapples in the state. It must be mentioned that Tripura's famous Queen pineapples, which is one of the sweetest pineapples of the country, has suffered a setback due to corona pandemic and lockdown. This year, large stocks could not be sent outside the state by train or flight. Pineapples from the state were regularly sent to Delhi and to other metros and also to Dubai and other foreign countries. In Delhi, the pineapples were available in Safal outlet chain. Tripura produces 2 varieties of pineapples, Queen and Kalenga. Last year, the state produced 40,000 tons of the popular Queen variety and 66,406 tons of the Kalenga variety. This year too, the production is huge and producers did not know what to do with their stocks before the Chief Minister launched this novel distribution scheme. People in the fruit processing industry are opining that Tripura would do well if the state follows the Manipur example and increases its capacity to process the fruits to make slices, juices, jams and jellies which have longer shelf lives and also give employment to many. Delhi University has extended the application deadline for admission to its undergraduate, postgraduate, MPhil and PhD courses till the 18th of July. Earlier, the last date was the 4th of July. The Delhi University registration process started on the 20th of June. Owing to COVID-19 pandemic and adhering to protocols, this year, the complete admission process of Delhi University, starting from submission of applications to document verification to selection of colleges, are online. There will be no trial for extracurricular activities for students of sports quota. For our next segment, we shall bring you up close with Dr. Ibethoy Yangkhom from Manipur, who runs a very successful diagnostic center in Delhi and is also a consultant radiologist in Delhi's prestigious Mulchand Hospital, which is a designated COVID hospital. Watch on. She feels very good and enthusiastic about working in Delhi and is running a very successful diagnostic center in the national capital, besides working as consultant in the prestigious Mulchand Hospital of Delhi. But yet, her roots in the northeast remains close to her heart. And this is why Dr. Ibethoy Yangkhom, hailing from Kakching in Manipur, gives up to 50% discount apart from other facilities to every northeast patient who comes to her clinic in Delhi. She also gave free consultation on phone to northeast people living in Delhi NCR area every day during lockdown time.
Recently, I have taken more than 100 calls from the people of Northeast who are distressed, staying in Delhi, away from home. I have given my numbers for counseling through Helping Hands organization. I have also donated essential commodities like rice, sanitary pads through the Helping Hands organization. I have also donated sanitary pads, masks, hand sanitizers to the students of Northeast. I have also given monetary help to the people who are needy.
Daughter of retired IAS officer of Manipur, Y. Surchandra Singh, and retired Lady Director of Manipur's Department of Art and Culture, K. Sarojini Devi, Dr. Ibethoy holds a MD degree in radio diagnosis from Vadodara, Gujarat. Her future plans include giving back to the Northeast by starting good and affordable diagnostic centers in every state of the region.
My future plans are to establish good diagnostic center in every state of Northeast and establish more healthcare centers, facilities in all the states of Northeast. I have also plans to help the distressed people of Northeast.
Dr. Ibethoy's diagnostic lab in Delhi has employed many professionals, most of whom belong to other states of the country. She is ably helped by her husband, Dr. Brijesh Yadav, who is also a specialist in critical care in Manipal Hospital of Delhi. Dr. Yadav's family hails from Uttar Pradesh. Dr. Ibethoy says that she is very happy in her marriage with a non-Manipuri and also comfortable working in Delhi. The staff vouch for the excellent work atmosphere and attitude of Dr. Ibethoy and her husband.
Working in Delhi, I feel very good and very enthusiastic. In Delhi, we get lots of variety and we are competitive and enthusiastic and innovative.
मैं यहाँ से स्टार्टिंग से ही काम कर रही हूँ लैब में और मैम बहुत अच्छा मैम की बिहेवियर है और बाकी नॉर्थ ईस्ट के यहाँ पे पेशेंट आते हैं सर और हम उनको डिस्काउंट देते हैं और बाकी शुगर और बीपी के जो पेशेंट होते हैं वो फ्री में यहाँ पे टेस्ट होता है सर और जो सर और मैडम की बिहेवियर है वो बहुत अच्छा है, कूल है.
We'll go in for a very short break here. Don't go anywhere, don't touch your remotes. We'll be back with you within a few seconds' time. First Word, a complete monthly magazine of the Northeast, read by who's who of the land. packaging news and current affairs, sports, culture, festivals, achievers, life in metro and lots more. Buy the magazine today from stalls across the Northeast and New Delhi at Rs 50 per copy or subscribe for 12 issues by paying Rs 550 online. For details, contact 98101 29327. Lightning is one of the biggest killers in India. In the past few days, over 100 people were killed in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh by lightning strikes. Our Northeast too sees very high lightning strikes. In the next segment, let's look up some ways to avoid being hit by lightning. Lightning is one of the highest causes of deaths due to natural disasters in the country. Very recently, over 100 people died in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh due to lightning. Union Home Minister Amit Shah tweeted, "I am extremely saddened by the deaths of many people in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar due to heavy rain and lightning. Relief work is going on fast in both the states. The Northeast, with its high peaks, tall trees and houses atop hills, too sees high instances of lightning, but casualties can be avoided. Lack of awareness which make people take shelter under trees and continue to carry on agricultural activities, especially in water-flooded fields, are among the causes of the deaths if Colonel retired Sanjay Srivastav, Chairman Climate Resilient Observing Systems Promotion Council, is to be believed."
There are more than 1,000 deaths every year taking place in Northeast, which is a very, very striking factor because these deaths are much more than the deaths caused by other natural disasters like flood, drought, earthquake. This is a big loss, and most of the people who are affected by lightning, we have found that they are generally younger in age. 66% of them are farmers, 36% of them are children, and a good percent of more than 30% are women. The death is mainly, in our study we have found out, that due to people standing at various vulnerable points. These vulnerable points are peak of a mountain or hill, isolated single tall tree, or a water body like pond, river basin.
The deaths of cattle, Colonel Srivastav informs, is much higher. With many people depending on their cattle for livelihood and income, these deaths too can be catastrophic for families.
The death of human beings is also accompanied by death of livestock, cattle, goats, hens. In fact, in our analysis, we have found that the death of cattle are 6 times more than the human being. Out of the total deaths of human being, 97% deaths are in the rural area. And you can imagine for a rural inhabitant or a farmer, cattle are their life and livelihood.
Colonel Srivastav lists out many do's and don'ts to save oneself from lightning. He also tells us about an innovative device one can easily make without much cost.
In case of lightning, Pakka house is the safest house, and dangerous places are like hills. So you should never be on top of a hill. You should never stand under a tree. I repeat, you should never stand under a tree because 71% of the deaths are due to people standing under tree. Third is people involved in the fishing activity or taking bath. Please, once it is raining or thunderstorm is there, you please come out of the pond and go to the safe Pakka house. Lightning protection device also, we have come out with some innovative ideas because a villager or a farmer cannot afford to put a 2 to 3 lakh rupees worth lightning conductor or arrestor. It is a local innovative thing where you take a dry bamboo which should be at least 20 feet high or 30 feet. On top of it you put a cycle wheel and you put a metal wire and put it under the earth, this metal wire thickness should be minimum 8 mm. This can be metal rod also, or any wire which you find. It may be iron, it may be aluminium. And while you do earthing, you should dig a pit of 5 feet. You should put some charcoal, some salt and some mud over there, and you just bury the wire there. There should be continuity from the metal plate, that is the cycle rim or the metal plate, as you can see in the picture, and the wire should come down and it earth. The result of this is that, say if this is the pole, the 45-degree shadow area is a safer area.
However, if one is still caught unawares and is outdoors when lightning starts, the best thing to do is to sit in crouching position, one is told. Well friends, we've reached this episode's wrap-up time. Check out the names of our contest winners of the week before we say goodbye. For our contest section, we had asked, Pranayam is the yoga for controlling what? Breath, fat or arthritis? The answer is breath. And the winners are Rubina Khatun from Guwahati, Assam, Khoiram Bebo from Imphal, Manipur, and Imli Songa Ao from Dimapur, Nagaland. Congratulations winners, we will recharge your mobile phones with Rs 500 each within a week's time. Viewers who wish to win similar recharges from us have to answer a very simple contest question of the week. The question is, why should you avoid standing below a tree during lightning strikes? Rush your answers to youth_folio@yahoo.com or SMS or WhatsApp to 98101 29327. Don't forget to tune in to Youth Folio again next Saturday at 7:30 p.m. only on DD Assam. You could also check our earlier episodes on YouTube. And please also subscribe to our Vision channel on YouTube. See you all next Saturday. Until then, goodbye and take very good care of yourselves.